Hello everybody, welcome back to Space Pickle Designs. Today I have a bead and brew for you. I haven't had one in quite a while, but I have a bunch of packages and little things here and there to show you. If you want to see what I got in store for you, just keep on watching. Okay, so the brew of the day is a strawberry bubbly. I am not drinking alcohol right now, unfortunately, because I'm about to start teaching. For you, those of you who don't know, I am a teacher. And so we're about to start a class where I need to be present 5 weeks straight. And so I try not to do anything that will compromise my immune system, including alcohol, which is very boring and sad, but it is what it is. So strawberry bubbly time for me. Let me know what you guys have to drink. So first off, I'll show you a finished project that I did. And this is from the Sam's Bead box, the turquoise one, Turquoise Treasures, I think. And it's just a simple necklace and earring set. But this necklace, and it's kind of a color block necklace, as you can see right here. I just liked these warm beads mixed with the turquoise along with the copper findings. So there is a clasp on this, so it will wrap around your neck twice into, like, it's not a choker by any means, but it's a very short double strand necklace, or you can wear a long one, and it's not too long to wear it single. So I'll zoom you in for the details here, but here are just the simple little earrings. I did 3 beads there. And then for this, it's just simple loops. And I love a good simple loop necklace. I really do. Especially if the loops are all the same, it's very satisfying. And so it's a really great way to practice your loops. So I just really wanted to keep that pretty simple and keep that color block feel to it. And I think it looks pretty good. I'll definitely be wearing that soon, I think. Okay, so let's start off with the Amazon purchases here. I just got a bunch of these ring forms. I got them in all different colors. If I can remember, I will link these down below. And you may have seen the result of using some of these, and that were the rose rings that I made. So I just took them and I glued them with some metal glue onto the ring form, and then I just wrapped around it. And so my goal to use for these is more for polymer clay, but it worked perfectly for these beads or these cabochons that don't really have a hole, so worked pretty well for that. And then I also got, along the same line, these bracelet forms. So it's the same concept, except it's in a bracelet form. All different colors here. And these feel pretty good. They feel pretty sturdy. And so this is like a little bit smaller than a quarter size right there, if you can see it. And that's looks like the bronze one or the antique gold. And these actually came with, I don't know if these are glass cabochons, we'll see. So it looks like glass cabochons. So if you wanted to place a picture on the bracelet and then glue yeah, it's glass cabochon on top, you have the option to do that. So I might play around with that, but I think what I really want to do again is that polymer clay, and even like placing some beads down the side I think would look really cool, and just attaching it with wire. Next up I want to show you was a request from my coworker's wife. She contacted me and I haven't even had a chance to look at these in person, but she sent me a picture of these pieces, and these are all stone pieces here. Let me see if there's another piece to it. Okay, so I have 2 necklaces here. The first one is this necklace, and it looks like, yeah, so it's a 2-strand necklace here, and it's got a clasp. As you can see, it's really cool. Like, the beads on this thing are super cool. I'm loving these guys. Like, here, I'll zoom you in just for some of the detail. Like, I don't really see beads like that anymore. This looks like, tiger eye. I'm not even sure. Dyed mangasite, maybe. Who knows? But there's some spacers on here, and this is a pretty hefty piece. So She had recently had some surgery and she can't wear a lot of weight on her neck. So she contacted me to see if there was anything that I could kind of do. And so what I'm thinking is just taking these down to one strand and incorporating a bunch of the elements from both strands into one strand to see if she's able to wear that on her neck. Now, if she's not able to wear it after the one strand, we can take half of the beads off and then use SilverSilk on the back end, or like a really smooth, lightweight chain to see if that helps take some of that pressure off of her neck. But I thought I'd show these necklaces because these are really, really, really cool. I really love the bead. I mean, maybe I'm just like a green fan for this one, but there's another one coming up. It's also really cool beads on that as well. And this is the one. So this has a little, it's like, it kind of reminds me of like a cowhide pendant here. There's actually like fuzziness to it. And that's pretty large, right? But the beads over here, and again, these are handmade. I believe it was from one of our friends, right? And so these beads, this bead combination, I'm really loving. I especially love these like lavender ones right here. And so again, this is a super heavy necklace. And I mean, even for me who hasn't had like neck surgery, I think this could be weighty after a while, right? So my plan is to probably make one with the pendant, right? One strand with the pendant and then just one on its own and see if she can wear those. But I thought I'd show them as inspiration because this was made by an artist as well. So I'm really excited to get into that. Hopefully I can get these done this weekend for her before my class starts. Okay, so I'm pretty proud of myself. Well, not really. I'm going to preface it by saying I'm not proud of myself that I bought extra goodies that I definitely don't need, but I am proud of myself for not opening them until I could do it on camera. And it's been like a week, okay? So I need a little pat on the back for that because it was definitely hard to do. So I know I had a SilverSilk video, but yes, I did order again because I believe Nile paired up with Jesse James beads. And just like, look how, I'll zoom you out. Like, this is how everything is packaged. I just want to give you the full experience. So you open up your package here. It's all there's a nice handwritten message on here. And then it's packaged like this in a little, I mean, the paper is even like foiled. There's a foiled sticker, okay? Like, it's a whole experience. So let me see if oh, I did not rip the paper. Oh my goodness. Love that. So I think he paired up with Jesse James Beads to release some SilverSilk for, I guess, maybe their kit, but I don't buy their kit. So when I saw the combinations here though, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna need to have that regardless of whether or not I get the kit. So let's just look at these beautiful guys first. And I think the best way to show these is I'll just show them straight up like this. I'll take them out of their box because this one is like, this one's magical, to be honest. This one's like a tube, and they both have the rainbow filament in there. And I'm just gonna turn off one light because I think it kind of shows it. You can kind of see the sparkle a little bit better. Just doing the one light trick. But these you can actually put beads in because, I mean, the opening is so large. And so, yeah, these have a really cool rainbow shift to both of those. I'll go ahead and turn my light back on here. And we'll get into this big package. And I think I just bought one of each of the special edition. And I just liked them. So, again, we have like a metallic leather here with a gold on top, and I really do love the leather. I think it's really, really nice. So this is a metallic gold with the gold on top. Then we have like a neutral leather color with the antique white on top, as you can see. And then we have a really cool one here. It looks to be like a cobalt blue pipe covered in white chain here. So here's like the cobalt color on the inside here. And then you've got that like pretty much, I think it looks like a bright white. I could be wrong, it could be the antique white, but it looks pretty bright. And then we have this really cool, what looks to be a white pipe with a dark navy blue on top. Those are super cool. And I mean, okay, let's just address the elephant in the room here. This stunning one here. This is like a blue with a blue tinsel. And there's a silver ball chain in the middle. I'll turn off one of my lights for this one to see if we can see some shift. Yeah, it's hard to capture that like holographic or the metallic tinsel on camera with bright lights. So hopefully you can kind of see that. I'll show this one. This one has, yeah, this one has again like a fuchsia holographic tinsel throughout the pipe chain. So it looks like a pink pipe with like a purple on top, and then it has that fuchsia shift here. And I'll turn the big light on just so you can see it in both lights. That's a really cool one. And then again, we have a leather here, and it looks like a cherry color leather with a brown weave on top. So yeah, those are my special little buys from SilverSilk. Next up, I have a flat rate box from Just Let Me Bead. And if you're not familiar with Just Let Me Bead, it's owned by Laura McCabe. I think it's just her website, right? But she has all these really cool kits. And most recently, she sent out an email about like an outlet sale. Sometimes she will put things for sale that were in her personal collection. And so one of her books has this crown jewel design, and it used a very specific size dentelle from Swarovski. And it's really hard to find. You can only really find the dentelle in old stock. And so like you have to go on eBay and like, you know, bid war out for it, because really there's only like one person that carries them, and it's only every so often. Blah, blah. Enough to say that if you can't find that, then you have to like adapt the pattern to other sizes. So when I looked at her website, I saw that she had some glass dentelles made, and that would work well in that crown jewel pattern. So I bought a bunch of those. So let's just see what they look like. And there's some really cool bird paper here, little hummingbird paper. Keep that. Okay, so she did send a free gift. She often does send free gifts, and she does write a little handwritten note on each order. And look at this one. This was just a 12mm crystal Rivoli, or Rivoli, however you want to say it. And this is in, she must be connected to my soul, because this is one of my favorite colors. And that is so pretty. So I'm definitely going to add that to my collection. That would be perfect for a ring. And this is her card. And if you've seen her artwork, it's pretty iconic. A lot of times she will use prosthetic eyes or doll eyes or whatever, and she likes to do a lot of bead weaving sculptures. And her kits are top notch, like 100% recommend. They are expensive, but they are the best, hands down, of any ones that I've ever used. So first off, it's just gonna be like this bag of peanut beads. And this is a really great size per color. And so this is just check peanut beads, and they're just in various colors. They're not labeled. But these are the bigger peanuts, and these to me are just really great spacers for when you're doing stringing, because when you stack these, it's a really great visual interest, and it's just a little something different than just a seed bead. So there we go. We got like a bluish green color. Love that color. Let's just take a look at some of these. This one looks like a fiery copper color. These look to be mostly two-toned, which I do like. Again, it provides that extra dimension. This looks to be just an amethyst color. Oh, there's still some variations in tone. So it is visually stunning. I just love a good peanut bead. I do love the metallics the most. I don't think I've ever, no, I might have used some like this color peanut bead before, but I am excited to try out the different colors. So we got like a yellowish honey color. Let's look at this stunning red color. Yeah, it's like half peach, half pink. You can kind of see that. Oh, we've got a half blue, half purple. Oh, that's a really pretty purple color. Like I was saying, in one of my, I think it was the Sam's Bead box unboxing about the like amethyst colored purple. I'm not too fond of. I just think sometimes it's too dark, too red. And so I really like that blue based purple. Here we've got a teal, a nice true teal. We've got an olive green. Yeah, those are my favorites so far. I wish I didn't have to wear a uniform every day, because sometimes this color green just kind of like it's too much for me sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I'm still in uniform, which, you know, sometimes you want to break from that. And then we got this light blue with like a yellow mix. That's a really interesting mix. I love that. It's almost like a sea foam. All right, so I'll move these out of the way, and let's go ahead and take a look at these dentelles. So one color was hyacinth, which if you're familiar with Swarovski colors, it's a very vibrant orange. And so these are unfoiled. And so I got a lot of packs of these. Let's just see. And the lip on these is pretty thick. So I'm gonna have to work on seeing if these are actually gonna work. She said specifically in the listing that they do, but they just look kind of thick. I'm actually gonna pull out a vintage dentelle that's actually made for it, and so we'll compare. Just one second. So for reference, this is a 65SS Swarovski dentelle, and this is vintage stock. Oh man, and these are so expensive. So each, you're talking a few dollars at least each. I think if you were to try to find them now, they'd be like $7 or $8 each, which is really insane. So when I bought these, it was like, I think $7 or $8 a pack of 12, which I think is enough, definitely enough to do some crown jewels. So the size does look the same. It's just like this, I don't know, it just looks kind of thick. So you're seeing like the size difference, right? And so when you're making the crown jewel, what you do is you make the peyote bezel. So I'm wondering if it'll sit right. It might actually sit a little bit better, because sometimes that pattern was a little tight, but I'm also pretty like tight-handed. So yeah, there's some imperfections on this, just as there would be a stone, but these are unfoiled as well, so they're not going to be as shiny as the Swarovski. But I thought I'm going to pick them up because they were a very affordable price. And so let's go ahead and take a look at the green color here. So I got 5 sets of those just to add to my collection, because I do love that crown jewel pattern. All right, so we got the green. It's like a true emerald, it looks like. Yeah, so we got like a true emerald here. Again, yeah, that green is really pretty though. There are definitely some imperfections. Not too bad though. And a lot of it is like, you see this part, it's like dust. So I could probably clean those off. But she did say specifically that these are glass and not crystal. So this is exactly really what I expected. The only thing that's throwing me off a little bit is the thickness of the edge here. So you can see this one's way more crisp. You can actually see it in the cut pattern on the back, because these are like pie slices on this one, and this one's more of like a petal pattern. There's definitely more facets. And I guess that's to make it more sparkly if it's just glass, right? But yeah, there's definitely just some differences, but I'll have to try them out. I'm still really excited to use them. All right, last but not least, because I certainly spent a pretty penny on this guy right here, but this is a haul from Sam's Bead Shop. This is not a Sam's Bead box. Came in a cute little cactus pattern bag here. So despite it just being a little envelope, it is packed really well. I have my packing slip in here, a handwritten note. That's really nice. And let's just get into it here. Okay, so I got a mint, which those are like my favorite mints, the dinner mints. And I got my little package of beads here. It was wrapped in several layers of bubble wrap. And I got 4 things, but as you can see, it's a pretty penny, okay? A couple of these I got sucked into, which is why I don't like watching the live sales. But we'll start with this beautiful smoky quartz smooth nugget. For some reason, I love smoky quartz. And when I saw these, and they're just so smooth and like, just like little drops of honey, I just thought these were great. I love the feel of them. And to me, they're like, they look really high quality. They almost look like glass, but since there is some irregularities to it, you can tell that it's a stone, obviously, and they are cold. So with all of these that I have on the board here, I just want to keep these simple. Like, I want to get some high quality findings and just string them because, shoot, you'll see. So fluorite rice barrel 10 by 20 millimeters, and I got a whole strand here. One popped off, looks like. And I just love fluorite. Like, it has a little touch of purple in there. And look at this. Let's look up close. Zoom you in. Look at these. Definitely some flash in there. Oh, do you see that? And I love fluorite because like it does kind of look like my logo. I use green and purple in my logo. And obviously I love green. So I like all the variations of the green, especially when you get those flashes, little rainbow flashes in there. And then we got a little bead off to the side here. I love the natural inclusion. So just a little close-up of the smoky quartz as well, since I didn't see that I wasn't zoomed in. Okay, I think we will do the amethyst next. And this was some expensive, but I really loved the cut. And this was a really bright purple. And so again, with these are just stacked on each other, and I really don't think it needs anything else. Just because these were so expensive, because they are a grade AA. Making half necklaces with these, like having just the front half be this, and then just using a less expensive material in the back, you still get to view your amethyst up front, but you're not wasting material on the back of your neck where nobody's going to see it. I would be able to get probably maybe 2 or 3 necklaces out of this, so you know, me and my friends can match. But I thought those had a really nice color. I'm more of a fan of a lighter amethyst than I am that dark amethyst. And then the last one that I was just really taken with was the Crystal Quartz Fancy Faceted Round, grade AAA, and this is a 10.5 millimeter. And so did I need these? No. Because honestly, I mean, you can buy clear beads, right? But there's just something to me about crystal quartz that it just elevates it. Like, you can definitely tell that this is a stone, just even by the weight itself. Like, you can tell that this is a high quality stone and not just glass. I think there's something just so special about how like clear high grade crystal quartz is, and I just love it. I really feel like especially this cut really lends a super cool vintage vibe. So do you see the facets on these? It's almost like a little X, a little star cut pattern, so precise. And this is just a very special strand to me. So these two together, I mean, come on. Those are like a dream. Even like these guys. You have your faceted on the side, and then you have your really smooth. Every time I see like a smooth gemstone like this, I'm reminded of, and I don't know why, but I'm reminded of like the amber from Jurassic Park. and just how like smooth it was with the mosquito. I think it was a mosquito encased inside. And I don't know, there's something about it. But here are my super high quality strands from Sam's Bead Box. Alright, so yeah, those are my super special strands from Sam's Bead Box, and that rounds out my Bead and Brew for tonight. I think I want those strands, at least for a little while, to be display strands, if you know what I mean. So all of our bead collectors here, you know when you have like a really good strand and you just, like, you don't want to use it, but you just want to look at it? Am I the only one that does that? Like, I just want like a little display behind here, like towards the back of my workspace, where I can just hang some really special strands. Because, you know, I just don't know if I can bring myself to use them. Like, I have to, right? But it's gonna be hard for me. I'm just gonna let you know that. So anyway, I hope everybody is staying safe and well. I hope your jobs aren't getting on your nerves too much. I hope you're taking some time out for yourself. And I hope to hear from you guys in the comments. I always love getting on here and sharing my little slice of the world with the beading community. So I hope you're staying safe and well, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!